welcome to my Authortube channel. My name is Tonya Kappes, and if you're new around here, I do a weekly segment called Tonya Answers a Reader Question. Readers send me questions through the form below. I'll put that link down there so you can also send me a question if you have any questions about myself, writing, my books, or even just the writing career path. I love to answer questions from my readers. So this week we're going to go ahead and start. Let's see, this question is from Betty Vanderweer. Betty asked, how do you manage to come up with so much material for your Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series? Betty, that's a great question. It's no different than the process with the rest of my series. What I do is I generally, something with the previous book sparks an idea about what can happen in the next book, and so I write all those ideas down. Once I have the idea, I put it away, because if I don't write it down, I feel like it's like the wind. Like if I have an idea and I don't grab it, then that idea is going to go off to another writer. And so I know that sounds crazy, but that's how I feel. So what I do is I either write it down immediately in a little notebook that I carry around, or I type it in my note section of my phone. If I'm driving, then I have several pictures of Eddie where he is writing down, because I always drive. I love to drive. I'm that crazy type personality. But he will write down the things that I'm telling him to write down on our journeys. And I have little notes everywhere. But mainly what I do with that is I always play the what if game. So, okay, so Mae West and the Laundry Club ladies in Assailants, Asphalt, and Alibis, the one that just released last month, they decide to go on a treasure hunt. So what? They go on a treasure hunt. What are they going to try to find? They're going to try to find the 400-year-old legend of John Swift Silver. That's great. Okay. So what? What's the next thing? Well, one of them hates camping. Okay. So what? Well, what kind of, position can I put her in? Which is obviously, Mary Elizabeth Moberly, and how she hated camping, and then she sat outside in the rain, which is so out of her character. I thought that would be so funny. So I keep playing the what if game until I feel like I've got a good plot around that character or that story. So I knew that I wanted a couple of bodies dead in that story. And so I came up with who, and then why, and so what? Why were they killed? What was the stakes? Why would somebody want to kill them? And what is going to be the outcome? So that is what I do. And sometimes I use the material, and then sometimes it gets axed. But I always keep the notes, because maybe I can use that material in another series or another book. For instance, the actual plot for the motorhomes, maps, and murder, that was actually going to be a plot in one of the Kenny Lowry books. But I found it so funny that in real life, in the day, because what happened was that while researching and going to reenactments, which is what that murder is based around, we have a lot of those in Kentucky. And since Kenny Lowry is a sheriff in Kentucky, I thought that they could have a reenactment in Cottonwood. But then I also found out and went to the Wildcat reenactment in the Daniel Boone National Forest. And it was like, oh my goodness, this is where it needs to be set. So that was a plot switch in a whole different series. So I'm glad I did, because actually that's one of my most favorite plots of any book I've ever written. But don't tell anybody. Shh, that is between me and you, Betty. Me and you, girl. So anyways, Betty, I hope that answered your question. And for those of you that would like to send me a question, please click the link below. Also, if you enjoyed hearing my answer, I would appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up. Also, click the little bell to get to subscribe to my channel and get notifications when I do a new answer readers question. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.